All right, so let's go over another question. The question was, what's the best squat for quad strength? So really the best squat for quad strength is an actual squat. And what I mean by that is that we want to make our squats squattier. So what am I talking about when I say squattier? I really mean we want to make our squats more vertical. We want it to make sure our squat is actually giving us a vertical displacement up and down, right? That's really what a squat should look like. We want to kind of compare elevators and escalators. So when we compare elevators and escalators, we want to know that we want to squat our squat up and down, and we want to hinge our deadlift, right? And we don't want to hinge both, right? So then we're setting ourselves up for a lot of trouble when it comes to too much compression and not enough pure mobility in the body, right? So if you're hinging back instead of achieving more vertical body position, then you're underutilizing your quads. If your goal is to optimize leg development, let alone athletic development, then get squatting up and down instead of hinging most everything, right? Now, a little disclaimer here, if you're a power lifter and your main goal is to lift as much weight as humanly possible, then a low bar back squat is going to be your best bet, right? So that should be a majority of your training, but still not the only option, because we still want to create some type of movement variability within our body, right? Just enough though that we are able to maintain a lot of our performance capabilities, right? So how can we create a little more vertical squat in order to lower the body effectively? We want to really utilize different constraints to guide it into place rather than using too many verbal cues, because those generally don't tend to stick. And it's generally just a body position fault that we're not able to go up and down, right? So what constraints seem to work well? A lot of times, each person can be a little different, but a few examples are utilizing the heel lift in order to raise our heels and get our pelvis underneath us a little bit more. So like a 2x4 plate works well. We can use upper body assistance, such as the TRX or rings. We can also change the implement position, such as putting it in front using a goblet squat or a front squat to counteract things. A Zercher squat works really well. We can limit your range to just the sticking point and be able to train that position a little bit more until we can recapture some of that hip mobility and pelvic mobility to go down in more vertical displacement. And then if that just fails to work, then we switch to a double leg to a single leg squat variations in order to help out with the depth there, right? So there's just a few examples. There's probably multiple ones that we could think of, but that's just ones to discuss for now. Let me know what's worked well for you. Comment below, send me some more questions. I'll do my best to try to cover those. Thanks.